Do you have to lift heavy to optimize your muscle or strength? Well, the answer to this question is you do not have to lift very heavy because how your muscles will be recruited is based on effort. So as the set continues, no matter really what weight you picked up, your muscles are fatiguing, okay? They're fatiguing at a certain rate. As the muscles are fatiguing, your body has to recruit more muscle fibers to get the job done and continue the set and continue to perform repetitions. So say your first rep, your body recruited 20% of your muscle. Then the next rep, 25 or 30. The next rep, 40 or 50%. You can see how as you approach failure, your body is going to recruit all the available muscle fibers through the motor units. And it doesn't matter exactly how much weight you picked up to make that happen. Depending on the exercise, you could pick up 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 60 pounds. All those weights are going to work. So a lot of people will ask me, especially if they're trying to buy weights to be able to train at their house, how much weight should you use? Well, it's going to depend on the exercise, but at least you know that there's a range of weights that will work for everyone. What happens if you pick too light of a weight? So if you pick too light of a weight, you're going to be performing repetitions for a very long time. Even if you slow down the tempo and feel more of like a burn in your muscles, you will still be there a very long time. That's how you know the weight was too light. If you're taking several minutes to completely exhaust your muscles, that is not fun and that's not ideal. You'd want to exhaust them in a reasonable time frame. And if you pick too light of a weight, say I was going to do bicep curls and I picked a 1 pound dumbbell. Well, even if I rep it slowly, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be forever. In fact, it will probably take so long that it will be what most people would consider cardio, right? Steady state activity, to the point that my body is able to alternate muscle fibers. It can activate some and let the others rest every repetition. So you never really get ahead of yourself. You never really exhaust the muscle fibers. So if that's happening to you, then you know you're training too light and it's too low of an intensity or effort for you to trigger an adaptive response in your muscles for muscle size, strength, cardiovascular, metabolic, and bone and tendon strength. What happens if you pick too heavy of a weight to train with? So when you pick too heavy of a weight, you are essentially increasing your risk of injury, right? Because there's only so much forces that your tendons can handle before they snap. So you are increasing the forces on your joints and on your tendons by lifting very heavy. And what happens when you take a set to failure that's very heavy? Well, you probably do only a few reps, and at the same time, the set was very short, right? It maybe was 10 seconds. So you're not going to really have enough time to be stimulating the cardiovascular portion of your body by performing such a short amount of exercise. You're also going to hit failure, but really you just failed that movement and your muscles still have a lot of gas left in them, a lot of energy left. So this is where people will perform a drop set. Really, a drop set is kind of a band-aid for the fact that your first set maybe was a little bit too heavy, but you can still save it by dropping the weight and continuing on till you reach a momentary muscular failure. This is what we want to reach so that we can simulate muscle size increase, muscular strength increases, cardiovascular metabolic improvements, as well as bone and tendon and strengthening.